What's up, graphic designers, and happy Monday. Today we're going to continue working on this Photoshop challenge project where we're applying layer masks. And so this is the exemplar. This is what we're striving for. We're going to use this template, and keep in mind that we need to include people of various sizes, small, medium, and large. You're going to use this template maybe as a suggestion. And in a moment, we're going to take a look at some of your submissions. Thank you, Farzana. Thank you so much. I believe this is Jaden's. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys all have to put your name in the file name. We'll talk about that in a second. First, however, I just want to review with you guys some of the fundamentals. So what you're going to do is you're going to find an action shot, maybe from those photos that we took out in the yard earlier this year, maybe soccer photos, maybe from the carnival last spring. And what I can do right now is if I right-click, we just copied the image, tremendous. And I don't have a blank, so I'm going to go to Photoshop and I'm going to create a new one. And oh, you know what? Here's what I have. Some of like the drafts for these chalkboards that I've been creating. Dinosaurs don't read. Look what happened to them. Literacy with Droz. I love reading. You love reading. But right now, what we're gonna do is create a blank. To do that, we're gonna click File, New. We're gonna go to Print, Letter. Then we're gonna swap the orientation, and we're gonna click Create. Amazing. So now here is what I know, ladies and gentlemen. We're not gonna paste it into like a new tab. Instead, we're going to paste our work directly into this tab, and you'll notice I just simply copied and pasted. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the object selection tool, and if I hover over it, you'll notice that Nas is selected, but not this jousting, I don't know, weapon. I don't know even know what's it called. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the mode from rectangle to lasso, and then I'm just going to, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to press escape, Command D to deselect. And I'm going to click and I'm going to drag the mouse right along the perimeter of Nas. And this jousting item will now release. It's working its magic. And there we've got a relatively decent selection. So check this out. If we click the Japanese flag, aka the layer mask, we can have something that looks a little bit like this. And this isn't bad, but what we need to do is we need to add a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is you'll notice that right now we're on the layer mask. I'm going to switch back to the photo on the left side on the layers palette. And when I click once, you'll notice there's a selection, and that's exactly what we want. So we're going to switch back to the layer mask, and I'm going to press B for brush. And here's what I know. Do we want to paint black or white? So if we paint black, it's going to eliminate the items that's in that particular image. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to swap black for white because we want to reveal it. We want to be able to see it. And I'm going to increase the size. Okay, and that makes sense. This looks good all of a sudden. And then here's also what I know. We want to get rid of this. So if we paint white, it's going to reveal more. We don't want that. Is that Fanny? What's up, Fanny? Instead, what we're going to do is use a polygon lasso. We're going to click and drag, or you can use any selection that you want. It's mid-November, so we've got so many selection tools at our disposal. I'm going to click and drag and seal it up. And now I'm going to press X. And we remember if we press X, we can flip-flop the foreground and the background. And black is in the foreground now. I'm going to press B for brush, and I'm going to just simply paint out all of this element. I'm going to press Command D and Command 0 to zoom out. And this looks great. Although when I zoom in, what I also know is that some of Nas is like the side of his head isn't fully like sort of fleshed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the size of this brush. And we don't want black in the foreground. We want white in the foreground. And so when I paint it in, this looks great. And you know what? Since we're here, I'm going to show you one other thing. So if we right click on the layer mask, we can disable the layer mask. So I can see that there's more of his face that's not included. And when I enable the layer mask, I can see that some of it's cut off. You see that and I see that. So we're going to zoom in. I'm going to right click. I'm going to disable layer mask for a second. And then now, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to right click. We're going to use the magnetic lasso. There's so many selection tools. I'm just going to go along the perimeter of his face. And you know, so much of like what makes Photoshop amazing is in the details, right? And so now when I enable the layer mask, I can see what's not included. You see this sort of along the edge of his cheek and his eyes. I'm going to press B for brush, and I'm going to zoom out just a tad. And now when I paint it in, there we go. That's all the Nas. Like we want Command D to deselect. Okay, that looks so much better. All right, so what we're going to do is apply this technique a handful of times, and let's grab one more right now, really quickly. Is that Mabu? I can't even tell. I think that just might be. And so we're going to include this dude as well. I'm going to Okay, so now it's fully loaded. I'm actually going to press Command Control Shift 4. I'm going to do a selected screenshot. Maboo. I think that's Maboo. I'm going to return to Photoshop, Command 0, Command V to paste. Okay. I'm going to use the polygon lasso. We're going to see what happens. And right now, we're just going to select this element. And I know that once this selection is there, we're going to press the layer mask. Okay. I'm going to press Command plus to zoom in. And that is so silly. I'm going to press Command minus, and maybe we're always looking for contrast. We're going to increase the size of this, and maybe we're going to have something that looks maybe a little, yikes, maybe a little bit like this. Why? This is too funny. Oh, man. I love Photoshop, so we're going to have something that looks a little bit like this. This is a great start. All right, let's take a look at some of your submissions from Friday's class. You're excited. I'm excited. And here we saw already Aiden's. Well done. I'm not sure who this is. You guys got to put your name in the file name. Farzana, this looks good. Jada, this is a great start. I can't wait to see who else you include beyond Logan. Well done. Okay, Dylan, we want to increase the size of our faces. So we want small, medium, large. I like the background. Jonah, this looks super cool, bro. There's so much going on. It's very eclectic. Zichi, well done. Zichi, so one of the things I love that Zichi did is that she's got an outer glow and she's got different fonts. But what Zichi also needs to do is go to thefont.com and she's got to get some new fonts, not fonts that were already sort of preloaded on Photoshop. So that's among her projects today. Amory, this is a really great start. I'm feeling a little intimidated by Lindina, looking very intense. Well done, Maya. You like My Little Pony. I love My Little Pony. Shout out to Ernest. This is a good start. And here you've got your teacher like, why won't anyone pass me the ball? This looks great. I love the variation of the different sizes and the people in your poster. Shout out to Jaylani. Jaylani, same thing as Zichi. You got to go to thefont.com and get some new fonts. I also know, check this out. Sadly, it looks like you swapped the A and the H. What we're going to do is we're just going to copy and paste this text. So you'll notice that in the assignment, we've got the very best. I've never faced a challenge like this. We're going to go to Photoshop. We're going to press Command V. We're going to make sure that this text is not white, but we're going to make it maybe black. Check to confirm. And you can choose whatever font that you want, provided that you get it at thefont.com. And so there's one example. You're going to do one line at a time. Let's return to Photoshop and see if there's any more fun submissions from Friday's class. And there sure is. Thank you so much, Brooke. I love the variation in size. Okay, Nazir, well done, man. Angry Birds, you love Angry Birds. I love Angry Birds. We're working on this. I'm really excited to see what you guys produce. Prior to your submission, you're going to scream, Droz, approval needed, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of feedback. Remember, we can click on top, and then you can download fonts. You may have to open and close Photoshop in order for them to be installed. I love Cheta Vista. So many fun fonts. Who's going to use Arrow Soldier today? Adele is one of my favorite. And Roastin' also looks super cool. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Good luck.